Donald Trump woke up to a double whammy of bad legal news this morning. A judge clearing the way for New York prosecutors to obtain his tax returns. Major blow in the president's battle to keep them secret forever and ever and ever. Just moments later, his former top aide and White House chief strategist Steve Bannon was taken off a yacht off the coast of Connecticut and into federal custody. Bannon and 3 others face wire fraud and money laundering charges stemming from an online crowdfunding campaign that promised to help fund the border wall. According to the indictment, Bannon received more than $1 million in the scheme and spent hundreds of thousands on his own personal expenses. Bannon has entered a not guilty plea and is being released today on $5 million bond. His travel is limited to the U.S. and he must surrender his passport and his use of private jets and yachts. Bannon is just the latest in a string of high-profile Trump insiders in legal trouble, and Trump's reaction to the news followed a now familiar pattern. He distanced himself from Bannon and diminished the role played by his top advisor. Watch.
Well, I feel very badly. I haven't been dealing with him for a long period of time. I know nothing about the project other than I didn't like, when I read about it, I didn't like it. I said, this is for government. This isn't for private people. I think it's a very sad thing for Mr. Bannon. I think it's surprising.
Joining us now, former federal prosecutor Renato Mariotti and New York Times correspondent Mike Schmidt, author of the upcoming book, Donald Trump versus United States, Inside the Struggle to Stop a President. Mike Schmidt, let me start with you and the reporting on how this came to be. Steve Bannon has been involved in other investigations involving the president. He was a witness in the Mueller probe. He testified before Congress, but this is the first federal indictment for alleged crimes. How did it come to be?
Well, that's sort of the interesting thing here is that Bannon has found himself caught up in the swirl of all these investigations that have looked at Trump and his administration and his campaign. And here is something that's sort of unrelated to those investigations. This is not from the Mueller investigation. This is not about his testimony to Congress in connection with the Russia probes that have looked at election meddling. This is related to basically the idea of using private money, as you were saying, to build the wall. And this money would have been used to build the wall in places that the federal government was not going to pay for that. That is obviously an incredibly important tenet of Trumpism. The president ran on that. That was in one of the most important parts of his campaign. But here was Bannon taking that notion and making money off of it, profiting from that, and giving people the idea that they would be paying to actually create the wall themselves. So it's literally profiting from Trumpism in a way that certainly I have not seen in this administration.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.